Okay, so we today are going to take a look at an infographic and also a full text article, and we are going to compare the infographic with the full text article and make some noticings. So, our learning goal today is I can demonstrate understanding of multiple perspectives through reflection and paraphrasing. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this infographic first. So, this infographic has a heading of healthy versus unhealthy eating. So, it says here we have 2 million Americans live 20 miles or more from a supermarket, 2.7 million plus people die per year due to not getting enough fresh fruits and vegetables. 40% increased inflation price of fresh produce in recent decades. And then 27 minutes is the average time an American spends cooking daily. Okay, then we also have here 5 fast food restaurants for every supermarket. So for every supermarket we have 5 fast food restaurants to compare that with. We have 2.6 million deaths per year due to obesity-related illnesses. 40% of cancers are due in part to an unhealthy diet. Okay, and I'm not even going to attempt to say that word right now. An anti-foaming agent found in McDonald's chicken McNuggets that is also found in silly putty. Okay, so then we have some effects. So here for our healthy eating, some effects that we have of healthy eating would be our healthy body. Healthy food provides a substantial amount of essential nutrients. Then we have a happier life. When we eat healthy, we have amino acids and vitamin B found in fruits and vegetables, trigger the serotonin, which is the body's feel-good neurotransmitter. When we eat unhealthy, some effects from unhealthy eating habits could be that we develop diabetes. So 25.8 million Americans suffer from diabetes. And then depression is another side effect. So consuming trans fats, saturated fats, and processed foods increases the chances of depression by 58% when we eat unhealthy, when we develop really unhealthy eating habits. Okay, so this is an infographic breaking down healthy eating versus unhealthy eating. Now let's take a look at a full text article. Okay, so this full text article that I pulled up here is discussing snacking and the effects it has on obesity and body mass. So as you could see, we have several paragraphs of writing. Okay, this is like the opposite of an infographic. We have no graphics in this text, so we have a lot of paragraphs to read through. I am not going to read this right now, but I just want to show you. So we kind of have subheadings here. We have text. We have some numbers because there's going to be some citations at the end of this where we can look up these sources. So these are in-text citations here. Okay, some more another subheading with some more paragraphs to read through with in-text citations. So all of these numbers here and people's last names, those are the people that stated those facts. So at the bottom of our article here, we can go and kind of fact check these and follow up on these sources if we wanted to. So also in this paper, we have a study. So that means someone did a research study. So here's their method, the participants, the procedure, manipulation. All of this is just good research that we are seeing in this paper. Okay, so we get the results of the study, what they found, and then they have a discussion. So this goes into kind of what their findings were and any possible questions or future studies that they might have as a result of their study. And then they made a second study, so we have more facts, more information, more findings to read through. We're still seeing subheadings and more and more paragraphs to read through, no pictures, no graphics. The only numbers we're seeing are quick facts and information about the study that they conducted, and then all of those numbers that we saw earlier for those in-text citations. Okay, so lots of numbers, lots of words. Here's the references. This is where we could fact check and go and find these journals or these articles or these books to look up those quotes. Okay, and make sure that those are all valid. So lots and lots and lots of sources to dig through there. Okay, so that was an article just kind of to compare with our infographic here. So, and you know, takeaway is not that one is better than the other necessarily, but we're just comparing for today. All right, so let me switch over here. We're going to go ahead and take some notes in our notebooks. Okay, so I decided to make a 2-column chart. So again, our goal is I can demonstrate understanding of multiple perspectives through reflection and paraphrasing. So what did I notice today? Well, let's see if I can get this a little bit better, guys. Hang on. What I noticed, first of all, with the infographics, I noticed the infographic article had pictures, bold print words. It's major percentages and numbers that stood out to me. They had yellow and red print, and everything here was very symmetrical. So we had a line going down the middle, healthy versus unhealthy, and then our effects of being healthy, and then our effects of being unhealthy. So that was very symmetrical. So it was appealing to the eyes. With our purpose. So what is the purpose of the author organizing the information in this way? I felt like with the infographic, it helps the reader to direct our eyes at those important quick facts. It was easier to break down and read the material in the infographic. It was a little easier to comprehend because we're just getting fast facts, right? So it was really easy to see 2 million Americans live 20 miles or more from a supermarket. That's a fast fact. 5 fast food restaurants for every supermarket. Okay, just little one-liners. All right, now let's compare with our text only. Okay, so noticings that I had from the text with no graphics were that they had many, many paragraphs, lots of paragraphs, lots and lots of subheadings, okay? A lot to read, a lot to comprehend, and to be honest, with an article like this, you really kind of need to have a specific reading level that you probably should be at, right? I wouldn't want to give this article to my 6-year-old kindergartner and have him try to read and make sense of this. It's going to be too hard. So you probably need to be at a higher reading level for that text in particular. Whereas the infographic, you could probably be a little lower level with your reading and still be able to understand and interpret that data. Okay, so what do I think the purpose is of the text only with no graphics? Inform. That one included a couple of studies. So it's basically to say, hey, we did research and this is what we found. And they're to inform you of their findings. Provide a vast amount of information and cover more subtopics. So this article was able to dig deeper and go more in depth and cover more information around healthy versus unhealthy eating habits. Okay, where that infographic was just a small snapshot of information. So 2 very different purposes for reading those 2 different sources. Like I said, this is not to say one is better than the other. It's just knowing which tool to pull out as a writer, and when to use that tool and how to use it most effectively. We're going to come across more infographics. So go ahead and see today if you can make some noticings and determine why you think the writer chose that method or that strategy for writing the infographic. If you have not already, go ahead and do the same with a text only article or nonfiction book, and jot down some noticings of your text only article or book, and jot down why you think the writer chose to show you the information in that way, or chose to write that paper or book in that way with no graphics. Okay? So do the same exercise today. You do not have to organize your information the same as I did. I chose to do a 2-column chart with noticings and possible purpose. You can organize yours any way you like. This is just one strategy. But go ahead today. Demonstrate your understanding of multiple perspectives through reflection and paraphrasing, comparing infographics with a text-only article. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a great day.